Yeah, let's talk about sports, baby. From the stands of a sports fan, my man Pots and Pans, you're kicking it with KCMC. What's the deal? We're doing a live play-by-play reaction to the Detroit Pistons versus San Antonio Spurs game happening right now. We got live scores and play-by-play updates. I'm going to be kicking to you live right now. All right? Got the green screen loading behind us. It's going to have them real live scores for you. You know what I'm saying? We watching the game. You already know who we riding with. You know what I'm saying? You know who we ride. You know what I'm saying? Lemon pepper. Shout out to the Pistons, man. No endorsement on the wing stop, though. No endorsement. Pistons got the lead 30-22. So, it's a lot of factors that's going into this game right now. First and foremost, Spurs don't have Wemby. Big upset. So, he was the running defensive player of the year. He was a top candidate for it, at least at the time. So, Spurs, 31-39 as of right now is their record. That ain't bad. It's less than 500, but it ain't bad. Yeah, that way right there. But anyway, Chris Paul is still doing his thing for the squad, and I have no idea who else is on that squad. I'm going to be honest with you. Got some dude with pink hair and a couple other young dudes. So, San Antonio really playing for nothing, if I'm being honest. You know what? Let's not even do that. Let's take a look at the actual standings right now in the East and West Coast. That's the best thing I can actually do. Let's do that. So we're going to take a look at these standings right now in the East and West. This is literally as of yesterday, Monday, March 24th. Through all the games played through yesterday, March 24th, Monday. This is the East and West standings. The West, you got, who is this? San Antonio right there, number 13. They're pretty much out of it. They out of the playoff picture. These are the teams that are out of the playoff picture right here in the West. Then you got the East squad also over here that's pretty much out of it. Washington, the Hornets, 76ers. They still have a chance. It's only 11 games left in the regular season, but we'll get into that very, very soon. Right now, we're going to keep going right into the Pistons versus San Antonio Spurs live reaction. So right now, Pistons have the ball at the top of the key, swinging it around to the wing, then dribbled inside for the easy lay-in. Number 19 for the Pistons. Let me make sure I get that name, put some respect on his name. 32-25, for the Pistons right now. San Antonio with the ball at the top of the key, actually near the logo, towards half court. Toss to Steven Castle, I believe that's who this is, number 5. Dribbling around his defender. Oh, ball got broken up. Oh, easy steal. Isaiah Stewart looked like he might have got the steal, but they just marked him out of bounds. Good hustle, though. Good hustle, though. Yeah, he was checked by Ron Holiday. Ron Holiday kind of got the ball broken up, and then he got some help by Beef Stew. Shout out to Beef Stew, man. Shout out to Beef Stew. Yeah, that was real close. Beef Stew with the hustle, man, for the Pistons. And Ron Holiday with the great defense, by the way. Spurs inbound the ball. They try to shoot the three before they shot clock expired, but looked like it was defended well. Ron Holiday with another smart. Yeah, Ron Holiday with a great defense. Ooh, great steal. Knocked the ball out of his hand right before he can even get the ball up. Great defense from the Pistons, by the way. Pistons with the ball at the top of the key right now. Dribbling around his defender. Passes it around for the penetration and the layup. Good, easy lay-in. Who was that? Sasser. Good easy layup, Sasser. 34-25 Pistons. San Antonio with the ball. Shoot the three off the wing. Ball is no good. Rebounded by the Pistons. Beef Stew. Bringing the ball up the court, around the back. Ooh, tosses it to his player. At the top of the key, almost deflected and stole. Tosses it right back to Beef Stew in the paint. Kicks it out to the corner. Who kicks it back out to the wing. And is back at the top of the key for the Pistons. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Pistons shoot up a three. It's good. Go, go, go. 3 for the Pistons. Timeout. San Antonio, 34-25. Pistons with the lead right now in the second quarter. Good ball movement. Good play. I don't even think we really playing like any starters for real at this point. Yeah, let them get some burn, man. Pause. Let them get some burn. Pistons with the lead right now. Not a super impressive game. Not two of the biggest markets or anything like that. Back in the early 2000s, this would have been a very, very key matchup between the Spurs and the Pistons. Back when they were in their prime, Pistons just in the 04 winning the championship. Spurs winning their championship in 2005 and a couple other ones around that time. So, yeah, this was that matchup back then. That was 20 years ago. We're not talking about that right now. So, to the average viewer, this might not be an impressive game. Nonetheless, this is my squad. See that right there? See that? Anyway, let me know who your squad is. We got other topics we're going to float through. Good updates, as a matter of fact. Let's get into one of them. We got to talk about a few updates first and foremost. And it's kind of like an injury update, but it's not an injury update in the sense that somebody got injured. It's injury recovery. And we talking about Anthony Davis, man. Anthony Davis returned from his injury, 6 weeks out the game. He came back in, dog. Let's put my mans on the screen. Shout out to Anthony Davis, getting his return back, and did a couple good numbers too. As a matter of fact, he missed 6 weeks due to a groin injury, and he recently played again, and he was looking pretty good. As a matter of fact, pause. They say he scored, what'd he get? 12 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block. In his return, he played 26 minutes, 32 seconds. Shout out to Anthony Davis, man. I know Dallas Mavericks were going through some with a lot of their players being injured, and they were coming down to like the last 8 active players that they even had on their roster, and they were on the brink of possibly having a forfeit. It was a lot going on with the Mavs. I'm going to be honest. I was of the mindset of like, yo, if anybody should not be coming back, it's Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis should not be trying to rush to come back. But I don't want to say he rushed, but he came back. I didn't even know he made his return, but he did. So, AD, shout out to you making your comeback, being resilient and showing that you ain't just made of glass and going to be out for the rest of the season. But what's the point? Dallas currently right now, let's switch this up. Dallas currently right now in the 11th seed. Dallas in the 11th seed right here. I mean, you kind of still in the play-in picture, but, like, why even try at this point? That's what I think. But, anyway, we're going to get back to this Pistons game, the live score going on. Pistons versus San Antonio Spurs. Pistons with the lead, 37-25. San Antonio with the ball. Second quarter, 9 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. San Antonio dribbling the ball inside the paint. Shoots the ball up for the easy up, but it's missed. Rebounded by the Detroit Pistons. Bringing the ball up court just past the half. Ball at the wing. Sasser with the ball, by the way. Tosses it to the top of the key. Looking around as everybody making some plays. They switch the ball back to Sasser. He swings back to the top of the key. Well, Sasser at the top of the key. Penetrating in the paint. Easy lay-in. Ooh, not easy. Excuse me. He made it look easy, but it wasn't. Pistons 39-25. 8 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Spurs with the ball. Tries to dribble around the defender. Beef stew. What was that, Sasser? Anyway, San Antonio tries to dribble around the defender. Draws the foul. Foul on the Pistons. Shout out to Sasser, man, out there making moves. I like to see that we got secondary people that can be out there making plays. San Antonio shooting a 3. 3 is no good. Rebounded by the Pistons. I want to say that was Ryan Holiday. Excuse me if I'm misinformed. That Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley with the ball. Dribbling around the wing. Inside. Tries to go up for the two points, but it is missed. Off the glass, but I believe he draws the foul. Malik Beasley. Shout out to Malik Beasley. Every now and then I hear his name. He show up and show out. Do what he got to do. Not mad at that. Big ups to the Pistons. They was making fun of us when they was giving out free chicken last season, huh? They was making fun of us then, huh? Let me get that off the screen, messing up my green screen. Pistons on the line right now with the lead 39-25. That's Malik Beasley at the line. Second quarter, 8 minutes, 14 seconds remaining. The shot is up. The shot is good for Malik Beasley. Pistons 40-25. Pistons with the lead, 40-25. San Antonio bringing the ball down. They're at half court right now, right on the logo. Dribbling right inside. Nope, pass the ball right inside the three. Off the wing to, dribbles the ball inside. Tries to go for a smooth layup, but the ball is, he is fouled by Isaiah Stewart, a.k.a. Beef Stew for the Detroit Pistons. Looked like it was a clean block, to be honest with you. He hit all ball. But I guess they're going to say he hit some of his arm or something like that. So he got that, I guess. Good defense, though, by Beef Stew. Isaiah Stewart, 7 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Pistons 40-25 with the lead, as you can see behind me, by the way. First free throw is made for San Antonio. Substitutions being made by San Antonio. Now, I could easily just look up these names and keep up and all that other good stuff, but, sometimes I'm just looking like, come on, dog. Like, do it really matter what these dudes' names are? No disrespect, fam, but ain't no superstars on San Antonio. That's about it. We got an all-star in Chris Paul. But anyway, Pistons with the ball. Wow, turnover. Yeah. Looked like it was a pass going wrong. Pass to Isaiah Stewart going wrong, but that's a turnover for the Detroit Pistons. They still lead 40-27. San Antonio with the ball right now. Handing the ball off, dribbling inside the paint. Throws the ball up for the two, but it is missed. Rebound Detroit. Isaiah Stewart tosses the ball to go up the court. Malik Beasley with the three. Shot is up. Shot is no good. Tip in. Pause. Isaiah Stewart with the easy two. 42-27. Detroit Pistons with the lead. 7-17 in the second quarter. San Antonio hurrying up in the transition, bringing it down court. Tries to get the layup, but it is defended well. Pistons bring the ball up court. Tries to settle around. Moving around too fast. Almost lost the ball. Detroit Pistons almost lost the ball. Looked like they might have drew the foul. Oh, yeah. Stephen Castle tried the yam on Isaiah Stewart. Ooh, he tried the yam burgers on him. Beef Stew wasn't allowing that, though. Woo. Man, he tried to get him, though. I ain't going to lie. He tried to get him. It be sounding like my audio is down, so I be trying to turn it up, and then I turn it up, and it's crazy. Excuse my audio. Let me know if I'm too low, too loud, or whatever the case. 42-27 Pistons with the lead right now and the ball. Malik Beasley with the floater in the paint. No good. Rebounded San Antonio. Bringing the ball past half court. Stephen Castle tosses out to the wing. Wing trying to figure it out against the defender. And the Pistons. Slides his way around to the corner, but throws it back to the wing to Stephen Castle. Stephen Castle swings around to the opposite wing for the three. Ball is up, no good. Rebound, Beef Stew. Pistons add another rebound to Beef Stew stats. 6:23 in the second quarter. Pistons with the ball. Throws the ball up for the three-pointer at the top of the key, and it is an air ball sasser. Boy, what was you doing? 6:19 in the second quarter. 42-27 Pistons with the lead. What was you doing, fam? You get to feeling yourself too much, and then all of a sudden you mess around and lose the lead. They only got a 15-point lead. San Antonio with the ball. 6-13, 12, 11, 6-10 remaining in the second quarter. Clock rolling. San Antonio tries to throw the ball inside the paint to a cut man who is fouled. Clock stops at 6:10. San Antonio Spurs with the ball. One of the Thompson brothers just checked in. Asar Thompson. Jalen Duren, Ron Holiday, Chris Paul just checked in for San Antonio. All right, couple names I know. All right. All right, San Antonio inbounds the ball, swings it around to the wing, who drives it right inside the lane for the layup, but it's missed. Missed the easy layup. Chris Paul gets the ball on the deflection, tosses it out to the three off the wing. No good. Rebound to Detroit Pistons. Bringing the ball up the court. Oh, yeah. Working their way around some defenders. Asar Thompson with the two-pointer. There we go. Excuse me. Asar Thompson with the two-pointer. San Antonio with the ball. Guard the mid-range. Kicks it out to the wing. For the three, no good. Rebound to Detroit. Detroit with the ball. Shooting another three at the wing. It is all good. Go. Three-pointer is good. Tim Hardaway Jr. Detroit Pistons with the lead. What was that? 47-27. My, oh my. 47-27 is the actual score update. It will update very, very soon behind us. But as you can see, Pistons added 5 more points. San Antonio ain't scored. Essentially, so Pistons on a slight little run right now with a 20-point lead, 47-27 against the San Antonio Spurs. We more than halfway through, or I believe about halfway through, just about halfway through the second quarter as of right now. Just about halfway through the second quarter. Yeah, we passed the halfway mark. Once they update that, you'll be able to see all that. But, all right, so we also got a couple other topics that we're talking about in regards to just sports in general. So, we talked about Anthony Davis, unfortunate injury, but he recovered, and he actually just played recently. But now let's go ahead and get into another injury. I should say this is actually in regards to let me go ahead. This is in regards to college basketball. If you don't know, now you know. College basketball star Juju Watkins. She just recently suffered a devastating injury, by the way. Juju Watkins, star of USC women's basketball, tore ACL. Season-ending ACL injury for Juju Watkins, man. Very unfortunate. She missed the remainder of the women's NCAA tournament. Suffered this torn ACL in her right knee during the Trojans' second-round game against Mississippi State. A team spokesperson said Watkins could undergo season-ending surgery and then begin rehabilitation. Watkins had to be carted off the court because of the injury. Just 5 minutes into USC's win over Mississippi State, 96-59. And that sent USC Trojans into the Sweet 16 for a second straight year, by the way. So I haven't watched any women's college basketball this year as of yet. But I will say I've been hearing a lot about Juju Watkins. We've been keeping up with her since last season when she was a freshman, sophomore now. And we just hate to see this. Now, I'll say it's good that she was able to make it through the entire regular season and through the majority of the postseason to get her team where they need to go. And her team was good enough to win the game. By a safe margin, I like to say. It's unfortunate she won't be able to help them get to the championship. And she's also young. Get it out the way early. It's unfortunate that it's an ACL. I don't want no player getting injured. Hate to hear that. But, at the same time, it's the nature of the beast. So we wish her well. Speedy recovery as well, man. It's unfortunate. Shorty went out like that, man. She was ready to ball, man. Juju Watkins, rest up. Get well soon. You know what I'm saying? And, we'll see her next season. She'll be a junior then. Another year, maybe 2 left in college, and then we'll be seeing her in the pros, God willing. So let me know what you think about Juju Watkins. Is her career in general, her performance, her as a star. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show, 313-466-4386. Getting back to our main topic, the Detroit Pistons versus the San Antonio Spurs. Live score, live reaction, play-by-play right now. Second quarter, 4 minutes, 49 seconds remaining. Pistons with the lead, 47-27, as you can see the live score in the green screen behind me. 4:49 remaining. Right now at the line, San Antonio Spurs shooting the free throw. Shot is up. Shot is good. 19-point lead for the Detroit Pistons. 19-point lead for the Detroit Pistons. Yeah, man, we feeling good. I'm going to have to fill up some more on my drink. Did he shoot another one? It looked like he missed one. Well, he just made one, so I don't know if that was 2 out of 3 or 2 out of 2, but San Antonio Spurs 29, Pistons 47. Pistons with the ball right now, around the wing, dribbling around the top of the key at the top. Fake the pass, actually gives the pass at the foul line to Ron Holiday, to Asar Thompson, who loses the ball. San Antonio with the ball, kicks out to the top of the key, kicks it to the wing, and Chris Paul kicks it back. Extra pass out to the corner for the 3. It's no good. San Antonio with the offensive rebound. They kick it back out to the wing, kick it to Chris Paul to the other wing for the 3. No good. Wow, a lot of rebounds by San Antonio. The foul is eventually called on Detroit. Wow. On Jalen Duren. A lot going on. Looked like that was over the back on San Antonio. How was that a foul on the Pistons? How's that a foul on Jalen Duren, bruh? How? Oh, I forgot Schroeder play for the Pistons now. So look, who's this black guy name? Yeah, didn't Schroeder play for the Pistons? Pistons got a lot of just random players, bro. We always usually just have it like that. But sometimes it come together like booty cheeks. San Antonio Spurs at the line made that first free throw, just made the second free throw. Scored 31-47. Pistons with the lead. 4 minutes and 14, 13, 12 in the second quarter right now. Pistons with the ball. Dribbling to the top of the key. Dribbling inside. Kicks it out to the corner. Asar Thompson for 3. It is good. Go, go, go. San Antonio with the ball. Dribbling past half court. Tries to pass it inside to a player. Excuse me. And it is deflected. Ooh, good pass, though. Wow, that was a great pass. Okay, Pistons had the ball. I don't know who that was around the wing for the Pistons, but he just threw a no-look pass that looked so crazy. Jalen Duren, big man, who just got the point and one. Big man Jalen Duren. Shout out to the big young boy. Big young bull, pause. Jalen Duren at the line shooting his free throw, 52-31. Free throw is up, free throw is made, 53-31. Pistons with the lead, 3:45, 44, 3:43 remaining in the second quarter. Chris Paul with the ball for the Spurs right now. Backing up a defender, pause. Chris Paul around the wing, tosses up to a fellow player. Right inside mid-range, loses the ball, falls. Pistons with the ball, hurries up down the court. Uh-oh, easy lay-in. Yes, sir, easy layup. Tim Hardaway Jr. Excuse me, I'm tripping. Hardaway, Holiday, we got both of them on the squad. Chris Paul setting up the play. Uh-oh, another deflection for the Pistons. Almost another steal. Good defense from the Pistons. San Antonio back with the ball. 3 minutes remaining in the second. Wow, travel, San Antonio. Chris Paul? Damn, boy, you too old for that. Boy, you're too old for that. Chris Paul with the obvious travel, boy. Boy, stop. Yeah, that was Tim Hardaway. Good play by Sasser to Tim Hardaway Jr. for the Pistons earlier in the play. Pistons with the ball right now. Right around the top of the key, dribbling inside. Right inside the paint, dribbling right back outside the paint. I believe this is Tobias Harris. Tries to penetrate, but the ball is stolen by Chris Paul. Kicks it out to the wing for the 3. San Antonio's no good. Rebound the Detroit Pistons. Pistons down court. Outside to the wing. Dribbling around to the corner. Defended by Chris Paul. It's Sasser. Looks like they called the foul on Chris Paul. A lot of smiling and smirking by Chris Paul out there. I heard he's a heavy trash talker. Gets into your head, Chris Paul. I imagine he's doing stuff like that right now. We'll see. We can see your ball spot also, Chris Paul. Let's not. Chris Paul, one of them ones too with the ball. Let's start getting on him too. Pistons with the ball right now at the top of the key. Tosses inside to Jalen Duren, who kicks it right back out to Sasser. Jalen Duren sets the pick. Sasser gets the defender around it. Sasser inside the paint. He is stuck. Kicks it back out to the wing for the three. Tobias Harris, no good. Jalen Duren with the deflection kicks it to kicks it to Asar Thompson, who throws it right back inside to Jalen Duren for the easy two. In the paint, in the hole. 57-31. Pistons with the lead. Minute 50 in the second. Chris Paul with the ball. Swings it around to his guard, who dribbles it back out into space. Chris Paul throws a dime inside the paint. Player not able to get it. Kicks it back out to Chris Paul for the three. Ball is up. Ball is missed. Rebound. Jalen Duren. Detroit Pistons. Jalen Duren pushing the ball. Loses the ball. And a turnover for the Pistons. Chris Paul sneakily hurries up the ball while the Pistons aren't really paying attention. Look like ain't nobody really playing for real in this game. Yeah, you can tell by the body language. This game is as boring for the players as it looks on paper. You can tell people just tossing the ball out. Chris Paul ain't even really playing for real. Because the Spurs know they ain't really got nothing to play for. Pistons already with a comfortable lead. Nobody's really playing right now. There's probably nobody in the crowd, to be honest with you. Spurs at the line right now, 57-31. Free throw is up. Free throw is no good. 1:14 remaining. 1:14 remaining in the second quarter, by the way, by the Pistons. Excuse me, with the Pistons with the lead. Stephen Castle at the line right now. Shooting the free throw. Second free throw is up. Second free throw is good. 32-57. Pistons with the lead. Minute 10, minute 9, minute 8 in the second quarter. Sasser with the ball. Swings it around to his backcourt. Pause. Swings it back to Sasser. Sasser tries to dribble inside. Kicks it out to the corner for the three. No good. Rebound San Antonio Spurs. Chris Paul with the ball. Dribbling the ball slowly down past half court. Just gets past. 15, 14, 13 on the shot clock. 42, 41, 40 on the game clock. Second quarter. Chris Paul dribbling around defender. Sets a pick. Toss it. Passes it back to the top of the key. Player dribbles inside for the lay-in. Tough lay-in, too. Nice. Who was that? Something well. I could look up his name. I just don't feel like doing that right now. Pistons with the ball. Near half court, the logo. Slowing it up. It's about a 6-second difference between shot clock and the game clock. 7-second difference, I should say. Shot clock at 5. 2-0-1. Shot is up for the three. Shot is good. Tobias Harris. J. Cole looking ass nigga. San Antonio passed the ball in. Chris Paul tosses it in. It's easily defended and stolen, I should say. Wow, did he hit that? Pause. Like this nigga just hit that, yeah. Yeah, Pistons looking good tonight right now. Pause. Tobias Harris with a nice three right before the end of the shot clock. Pistons get the ball. They get a nice steal before the end of the half, and then I believe he just shot a crazy half court shot, but it wasn't no good because it was already past the buzzer. Pistons with the lead, 60-34. 60-34. Pistons with the lead as of right now against the San Antonio Spurs. They are in Detroit, by the way. With that being said, it's officially halftime. So we're going to continuously break out more news about what's going on in the NBA right now. and just in the sports world in general. This is From the Stands of a Sports Fan. So we want to break down a few things since we got time. I want to talk about this. Let me get into this. Let me do this. Pause. I'm gonna do a lot of pauses too because that's just what I'm used to. Big fan. All right, so this is an interesting topic, and I want to know your thoughts on this. So when it comes to the transgenders and performing in women athletics, specifically in like the Olympics and the big stuff like that, world championships, they are trying to get rid of that. As a matter of fact, they're going as far as saying the World Athletics President Sebastian Coe said Tuesday that the track and field's governing body has approved the introduction of cheek swabs and dry blood spot tests for female athletes in order to maintain, quote, the integrity of competition, end quote. Get your mind out the gutter when you think cheek swabs. Not that type of cheeks. Cheeks inside the cheek. Trust me, when I just read that, I was like, damn, cheeks? They about to... Anyway, the plan changes include reinstating a version of chromosome tested that was discontinued in the 1990s, requiring athletes who compete in female category to submit a cheek swab or dry blood spot test for the presence of a gene that indicates whether an athlete has a Y chromosome present in males. Cole told a news conference that athletes will have to take the test just once in their entire career. World Athletics, just in case you don't know, which in 2023 banned transgender athletes who transition male to female and going through male puberty, announced in February proposed recommendations that would apply strict transgender rules to athletes who were born female but what the organization has described as naturally occurring testosterone levels in the typical male range. Whoa, what the heck did all that just say? Ban transgender athletes who had transitioned male to female and going through male puberty, announced in February proposed recommendations that would apply strict transgender rules to athletes who were born female but had what the organization called. Okay. So yeah, in February, this same organization, World Athletics, they basically said even women who are women but they have high testosterone levels, we're gonna put some restrictions on y'all. So you can be a woman, but you got a lot of testosterone, fam. Basically, you kind of built like a man. Golly, that's kind of rough. Pause. But a dry blood spot test sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. I don't necessarily want to know what that is. If it's what I think it is, that's crazy. A cheek swab, just do a cheek swab, fam. If that's an option, why even do the dry blood spot test? If that's just what I think it is, like literally residue from when you on your cycle in your drawers, that's kind of crazy. Does that alone prove that you a woman? That's kind of wild to me. But anyway, this is something that they had discontinued in the 90s. So just imagine in the 80s and 70s, they were doing tests like this. And then now they're just bringing it back. Like, why? Like, why? Did they think transgenders stopped happening in the 90s? It's kind of wild, fam. It's kind of wild to know that they had this test and it then stopped it. That's the crazier thing to me. So, I don't know why it was discontinued, but they're bringing it back because they want to stop male athletes or people who were born male from competing in female athletics. How do you feel about this? Should this be the same kind of test for male athletes? Should male athletes, even if they're transgender from women to male, should they also have to go through some type? Why is there that's kind of the question. Why is there no test for transgender women to compete with men? Not to say I understand why not, because we're saying physically, as a woman, it's harder to compete with men. So if you're able to transition from a woman to man, compete with them and beat them, then we're gonna applaud you and give you a praise on your back. But if you're a man transition into a woman and compete with women because you are naturally physically bigger and stronger and I guess better athletically, is that what we're saying? Then we want to ban you from that. Now, if we thinking objectively, that sounds kind of crazy. I'm with keeping transgender men that transition into women out of women's sports. If you got to test for that, cool. But make sure you test for women transgender who transition into men too. Now, I would be impressed if a natural woman, were to beat some men in just any competition athletically. Not to say that it can't happen. I would be entertained by that. But also at the same time, like, we should still level the playing field. Because I just think, just identify, just in general, keep men's sports for men and women's sports for women. Because at this point, you're saying, yeah, women, y'all can play with the men. But men, don't you dare come over here. Which I understand and agree with. I'm just saying, objectively, it just don't make no sense. But let me know what you think. Women, female, track and field athletes have to go genetic testing. Specifically, it's only once in their entire career. But still, let me know what you think, though. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. I think we will go ahead and talk about, let's go ahead and break into this next topic as well. I'm going to do this live. You see that? You see that? That's what we talking about. About to go ahead and talking about these live updates. This bracket. NCAA men's basketball tournament. I'm actually looking at this live myself too. So we're down to what they call it, Sweet 16, man. Sweet 16. We got in the South Division. If you're looking up here, South Division, you got Auburn versus Michigan. They'll be playing March 27th, March 28th. That's Thursday, Friday. You got Ole Miss versus Michigan State. They'll be playing Thursday, Friday too also. Then you got Florida versus Maryland. Texas Tech versus Arkansas. That's all in the West. Then in the Midwest, who we got? Houston versus Purdue. Kentucky versus Tennessee in the Midwest. And then in the East, you got Duke versus Arizona. BYU versus Alabama. These are our final 16 teams. Our Sweet 16. The winners of these will advance to the Elite 8. Now, it's kind of interesting thing going on in the South Division over here. If I'm pointing to it the right way. Because if Michigan beats Auburn and Michigan State beats Ole Miss, then it'll be a Michigan versus Michigan State in-state rivalry game in the Elite 8. And what a beautiful day that'll be just for sports in Michigan in general. So we will definitely do a live broadcast of the Elite 8. God willing, Michigan and Michigan State makes it to the Elite 8. I think that'll be very impressive. Very impressive. We'll love that. So let me go ahead and give my predictions with all of this being said right now. I got Michigan beating Auburn. I got Michigan State beating Ole Miss. So I got Michigan versus Michigan State in the Elite 8. I got Florida beating Maryland. In the West, I got Arkansas beating Texas Tech. Arkansas got what's that coach, John Calipari from Kentucky? Yeah, and he doing that with Arkansas right now. So I got Arkansas versus Florida in the Elite 8 in the West. As far as the Midwest, Kentucky versus Tennessee. I'm kind of tired of Kentucky. I think Kentucky gonna get it though. Let's take Kentucky over Tennessee. Houston versus Purdue. Houston is number 1, but Purdue is Big Ten, fam. I want Purdue to get this win. I want Purdue for the upset. It's gonna be an upset in there. Purdue for the upset. Purdue for the upset against Houston. They're gonna get that win and advance to the Elite 8. Purdue. Mark my words. BYU versus Alabama. I'm very surprised Alabama even got this far. I think this is the end for Alabama. BYU with the win. And then Duke versus Arizona. It's been nice, Arizona. Duke with the win right there. So Duke, BYU, Purdue, Kentucky, Arkansas, Florida, Michigan, Michigan State in my Elite 8. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call to the show. 313-466-4386. And once again, the Sweet 16 will be played March 27th, March 28th. The Elite 8 will be played March 29th, March 30th. We got back-to-back days. They going back-to-back with the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8. Then we got the Final Four, which will happen pretty much that next week. April 5th, that'll be in San Antonio. And then the actual championship game will be 2 days later, April 7th, at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. NCAA championship game, April 7th. Who you got going all the way? I don't even want to do that prediction right now. I used to do brackets and go crazy. I don't do all that type of stuff no more, man. But let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show, 313-466-4386. So we are going to go ahead and go back into our main topic, but we're going to kind of float around this idea of we're going to give some NBA playoff picture stuff right now. NBA playoff picture. Let me see. Standings. Brackets. Etc. There it is. Etc. ETC. All right. Excuse me. All right, so with that being said, let's get into it. NBA playoff picture and how that's looking right now. So as of right now, the playoff picture is looking very, very interesting. As you can see, if the playoffs were to start right now, according to what you see, the rankings behind us. In the West, Oklahoma City is number 1. Houston Rockets number 2. The Nuggets number 3. LA Lakers number 4. Grizzlies number 5. Warriors number 6. And then 7 and 8, they'll be play-ins, but 7 is the Clippers and 8 is the Timberwolves. This is as of right now, as of games played Monday, March 24. For the East, you can see behind me, the Cavaliers number 1. Celtics 2, Knicks 3, Pacers 4, Bucks 5, Pistons 6, and then 7 and 8 play-ins, but you got 7 Hawks and 8 Magic. So with that being said, if the playoffs started today, the Thunder will play the play-in winner. The Rockets will play a play-in winner for the 7th and 8th seed, but the Nuggets will play the Warriors, and the Lakers will play the Grizzlies. As of right now, there's only 11 games remaining in the regular season. So, I mean, the games are tight. Don't get me wrong. So, it could be a lot of shifting going on here. But if it started today, this is what it looked like. I got the Lakers taking over the Grizzlies. Even though I got that being a 5, maybe 6 game series. Maybe 6. And then Nuggets and Warriors. Ooh. I like Jimmy Butler in the Warriors right now. But my boy Russell Westbrook plays for the Nuggets, boy. I need my nigga to get a ring, dog. I really want Russell Westbrook to get a ring, bro. So I got the Nuggets beating the Warriors. Yeah, I got the Nuggets beating the Warriors, dog. I need Russ to get a ring, dog. Rockets, Thunder, number 2 and number 1 respectively, playing the 7th and 8th seed respectively. It is what it is. I don't care about that. In the East, though, Cleveland Cavaliers playing the 8th seed or the play-in tournament winner. Boston played the 7th seed tournament winner. The Knicks playing the Pistons. I got my Pistons all day, every day. I do not trust the Knicks. They might get 1 win. Knicks might get 1 win. That's a 5-game series for the Pistons. Pistons at 5. And then the Bucks versus the Pacers. Bucks and 6. Bucks and 6. Still riding with that model. Bucks and 6. I don't like the Pacers. I don't like Tyrese Halliburton. It's just something about him I just don't like. I just don't like, bro. So anyway, I got the Pacers losing to the Bucks and 6 in the Eastern Conference as of right now. We're going to talk a little bit more about playoffs and all that other good stuff that's going to be coming up right now. The Pistons versus San Antonio Spurs. Game is back. Game is on right now. Game is on fire. Pistons starting off with a 2-point score, making it 62-34. San Antonio with the ball right now. San Antonio around the top of the key, swinging it inside, penetrating, kicks it inside to a good open person who misses the easy layup. Pistons with the rebound. Tosses it up. Oh, Jalen Duren catches the oop from Tobias Harris. Lord have mercy. 64-34. 30-point lead for the Detroit Pistons right now. Put some respect on their name. Put some respect on their name. Spurs with the ball right now. Dribbling it around. Pushed back to about half of the court. Half court, I should say. Dribbling inside. Kicked it out for the three. Pass it back to Stephen Castle to the wing for the three. For the make. Go, go, go. 37-64. Pistons with the lead right now. Jalen Duren with the ball in the mid-range. Dribbles inside the paint. Tries to draw the foul. No good. Shoots it up. It's no good. Rebound San Antonio Spurs, who rushes down the court and gets the easy layup. Yep, we got a timeout, Detroit Pistons right now. Timeout, Detroit Pistons. As they try to slow things down and figure out what's going on. Even with like a 39-64 is the lead right now. 25-point lead. You don't want to get too comfortable. You don't want to take your foot off the gas. You don't want to do none of that type of stuff. So, I understand that timeout. Hey, listen, I'm about to take a timeout myself. Yeah, I'm about to take a timeout, yo. We're going to do a quick break, quick commercial, quick word from our sponsor. Check out my sponsor for making this show possible, all right? Quick word from our sponsor. We're going to be right back. More Pistons playoff talk, more live reaction, play-by-play action of the Detroit Pistons versus San Antonio Spurs. Live on From the Stands of a Sports Fan. You kicking it with KCMC.
So your loved one just died, and all you can do is cry. We're so sorry about your loss. But what about casket costs? They had no life insurance and didn't leave a will. And now you're stuck with a funeral bill. Try Frugal Funeral Homes. We even bury pets too. If multiple family members died, try our 2-for-1 special. Frugal Funeral Homes, where the hole is already dug in. So when your family kicks the bucket, we bury for your budget. So your loved one just died, and all you can do is cry. We're so sorry about your loss. But what about casket costs? They had no life insurance and didn't leave a will. And now you're stuck with a funeral bill. Try Frugal Funeral Homes. We even bury pets too. If multiple family members died, try our 2-for-1 special. Frugal Funeral Homes, where the hole is already dug in. So when your family kicks the bucket, we bury for your budget. So your loved one just died, and all you can do is cry. We're so sorry about your loss. But what about casket costs? They had no life insurance and didn't leave a will. And now you're stuck with a funeral bill. Try Frugal Funeral Homes. We even bury pets too. If multiple family members died, try our 2-for-1 special. Frugal Funeral Homes, where the hole is already dug in. So when your family kicks the bucket, we bury for your budget. So your loved one just died, and all you can do is cry. We're so sorry about your loss. But what about casket costs? They had no life insurance and didn't leave a will. And now you're stuck with a funeral bill. Try Frugal Funeral Homes. We even bury pets too. If multiple family members died, try our 2-for-1 special. Frugal Funeral Homes, where the hole is already dug in. So when your family kicks the bucket, we bury for your budget. So your loved one just died, and all you can do is cry. We're so sorry about your loss. But what about casket costs? They had no life insurance and didn't leave a will. And now you're stuck with a funeral bill. Try Frugal Funeral Homes. We even bury pets too. If multiple family members died, try our 2-for-1 special. Frugal Funeral Homes, where the hole is already dug in. So when your family kicks the bucket, we bury for your budget. So your loved one just died, and all you can do is cry. We're so sorry about your loss. But what about casket costs? They had no life insurance and didn't leave a will. and now you're stuck with a funeral bill. Try Frugal Funeral Homes. We even bury pets too. If multiple family members died, try our 2-for-1 special. Frugal Funeral Homes, where the hole is already dug in, so when your family kicks the bucket, we bury for your budget. So your loved one just died, and all you can do is cry. We're so sorry about your loss. But what about casket costs? They had no life insurance and didn't leave a will. And now you're stuck with a funeral bill. Try Frugal Funeral Homes. We even bury pets too. If multiple family members died, try our 2-for-1 special. Frugal Funeral Homes, where the hole is already dug in, so when your family kicks the bucket, we bury for your budget. So your loved one just died, and all you can do is cry. We're so sorry about your loss. But what about casket costs? They had no life insurance and didn't leave a will. And now you're stuck with a funeral bill. Try Frugal Funeral Homes. We even bury pets too. If multiple family members died, try our 2-for-1 special. Frugal Funeral Homes, where the hole is already dug in, so when your family kicks the bucket, we bury for your budget.
Let's talk about sports, baby. From the stands of a sports fan, my man Pots and Pans. What up, though? Kicking with KCMC. Live reaction, play-by-play call. Detroit Pistons versus San Antonio Spurs right now. Live in Detroit, downtown Little Caesars Arena. Pistons with the lead, 69-46. 8 minutes in the third quarter. San Antonio with the ball right now. Chris Paul dribbling past the half court. Dribbling it through the ball, past 2 defenders to a fellow player, teammate. Kicked it back to Chris Paul. Chris Paul swings around to the wing, up for the 3, no good. Check my watch real quick. Make sure everything good. Okay, cool. Pistons with the rebound. Pistons with the ball. Jalen Duren tosses the ball inside the paint. Tosses the ball inside the paint to Arthur Thompson. Throws the ball up. It's no good, though. You see what we on. Shout out to the stop. No endorsement. All right, 46-69. San Antonio with the ball. Dribbles inside the paint for easy stop and pop. 2-pointer made it. It is good. 48-69. Pistons with a 21-point lead. 7 minutes in the third quarter. Pistons with the ball. Oh, wow. Okay. Pistons with the ball looking for a foul with a no foul on Tim Hardaway Jr. Pistons dribble the ball inside with the easy lay-ins. That Dennis Schroeder. Yes, Dennis Schroeder with number 17. Weird-ass number. I was like, is that 17? It's the way they wrote the number 7, too, on the jersey. Look weird. Some ugly jerseys, by the way, for the Pistons. Some ugly jerseys for the Pistons, by the way. But Dennis Schroeder with the easy lay-in and the foul. Shout out to him for that. 71-48. Pistons with the lead. 6 minutes, 42 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Clock is frozen. Dennis Schroeder at the line for the and one. Dennis Schroeder at the free throw line. Ball is up. Ball is good. 72-48. Pistons with the lead. San Antonio inbounds the ball to Stephen Castle. Defended full court by Schroeder. Castle gets past the half court. Get past a three-point. Dribbles inside the paint. Lay in and one. Wow. Wow. Stephen Castle wasn't playing on games. Nope, they didn't give him the bucket. Excuse me. They gave him the ball, though. It was a foul. Gave him the ball. San Antonio with the ball. Stephen Castle against his defender again. Dennis Schroeder for the easy stop and pop. Gets the ball up. 50-72. Pistons with the lead. Stephen Castle out there kind of balling, man. Stephen Castle. My first time hearing of Stephen Castle was when they were in the dunk contest. He was in the dunk contest. It's like, who is this dude? But he actually balling. I didn't know he can dunk or none of that. But he balling, like, overall. Shout out to him. I ain't been paying attention to San Antonio at all. So don't say I don't be watching sports and nothing like that. I've been watching the games, but not no dang on San Antonio. Pistons with the 3 is no good. Rebound, San Antonio Spurs. Chris Paul bringing the ball down court, swings it out to the wing for the 3. It's a go. 3-pointer good for San Antonio Spurs. 53-72, 19-point lead for the Detroit Pistons. 6:07 remaining in the third quarter. That was a good shot. That was a really good shot. 6:02, 6:01, 6 minutes in the third quarter right now. Pistons with the ball, just drew a foul. Nope, excuse me, it was out of bounds on the Spurs. Pistons with the ball, 6 minutes exactly in the third quarter remaining. Halfway through the third quarter, Pistons with the 19-point lead. Pistons inbound the ball, swings it around the wing. Oh, man, loses the ball. Malik Beasley with the turnover. San Antonio with the ball, dribbles around the wing, kicks it up the top of the key. Stephen Castle fakes the shot at the top of the key, the 3-pointer. Dribbles it inside for the Euro step and a 2-step little light touch. Gets the ball in. 55-72, San Antonio. Oh my God, Pistons just threw a nice dime inside the paint. And FanDuel Sports Network just said we are experiencing technical difficulties. Oh my God. Just threw a nasty pass inside. And now I got the technical difficulty sign on my TV. Wow. Threw a nice little dime inside. Okay, so technical difficulties with the broadcast right now. They just went to commercial break. Hopefully they can get that together within the break. Live broadcast, things happen like that. But right now, we still doing this live play-by-play reaction. 53-72, Detroit Pistons with the lead right now. Detroit Pistons with the lead right now. Nice 19-point lead. Looking good, looking comfortable. Can't take their foot off the gas, though. Even though they do have this lead, still can't take your foot off the gas. Gotta, kind of lock that in. Anything can change in a quarter. Anything can change in a quarter. But kind of getting back to what we were talking about, breaking down the playoff picture overall for the NBA. The playoff picture for the NBA as it goes, as of right now, going back here. I was breaking down the fact that there are a few teams that are officially out of the playoffs and only a few teams who are officially in the playoffs, no matter what happens in these next couple of games. So with that being said, so far play after blah, blah. Oh, so the play-in tournament, yeah, they broke all that down. We don't care about that. So the teams who have officially clinched a playoff berth in the West, there's only one, the Oklahoma City Thunder. In the East, though, 2 teams have officially clinched their playoff berth. That's the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Boston Celtics. Both officially going to the playoffs no matter what happens, even if they lose the rest of their games the rest of the season. But there are a few teams who are officially eliminated from playoff contention. In the Western Conference, that's the Utah Jazz and the New Orleans Pelicans. In the East, it's the Washington Wizards and the Charlotte Hornets. Now, with that being said, like we mentioned before, technically, the San Antonio Spurs could make the playoffs. Technically. But they probably have to win all of their games. And then somebody else in this ranking right here going to have to lose a few more games. Even then, that's kind of a hard pause with 2 other teams in front of you. And this is just to make the play-in tournament. So, with that being said, I think it might be safe to say everybody from Portland to San Antonio. It's Portland, San Antonio, Pelicans, and Jazz all in the West. Ain't no way, fam. Ain't no way. I mean, the bottom 2 teams. What? Now I think, did they say the Pelicans? The Pelicans and the Jazz? Yeah, yep. New Orleans, Pelicans, and Jazz. In the East, the Wizards and the Hornets. Those are the 2 teams eliminated from playoff. Wizards and the Hornets over here. Look, I'm trying to point the right way. Wizards and Hornets. They out of there. These 2 teams, they out of there. Philly, might as well give it up to. These 2 teams, I say Toronto and Brooklyn. Just fight for it, I guess. I'm not mad at it.
I mean, Brooklyn and 76ers got the same record as of right now. But, yeah, as a matter of fact, Brooklyn, you can hang it up too. Just go ahead and give it to Toronto for a try into the play-in tournament. Other than that, I think everything should be pretty much locked in. And there's going to be some rearranging within the top few teams and the top few seedings. That's in both conferences. There's just going to be some changing of the seedings pretty much. Other than that, this is essentially what it's going to look like for the last 11 games. Giving everybody win the games they're supposed to win, theoretically. And some of the teams that's supposed to lose the teams they're supposed to lose to. But that's pretty much it. Other than that, like I said, yeah, just a few teams eliminated. But there's still a chance for other teams. We'll see how that goes. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. So right now, we still have technical difficulties. According to FanDuel Sports Network, broadcasting the Pistons versus San Antonio Spurs game. If you can look behind me, you can see that the score, Pistons still scoring, still putting up buckets. They extended it to a 20-point lead, 77-57. We're waiting to see if we can get some actual footage soon from FanDuel Sports Network. As of right now, they're just running ads, PSAs, really. I'm really seeing PSAs. Those are commercials from the ad councils, from the government. That's when you don't really want to give, like, businesses no burn. You don't want to get them no free advertisement. So you just start playing PSAs while you try to figure out your technical difficulties. Shout out to everybody that work in live production, by the way. Or production in general. Yeah, they're running like the same PSAs over and over now. Yeah, not the same one, but they're running PSAs. So we'll see if I can continuously get my broadcasts or if they just gonna fidget around and just play PSAs and commercials for a while. I imagine they're gonna try to get the broadcast back up because this is a little weird. A good opportunity to watch NBA games on regular TV. Something I am an advocate for. I'm an advocate of being able to watch your major league sports, your professional sports leagues on regular TV, so that people of that market can watch the actual game. Why can't I have a regular antenna in the city of Detroit and watch a Pistons game, especially if they play at the crib? I think we need to get back to that. Not even say it's back to. I think only a few select teams did that before. Chicago being one when Jordan played. But other than that, we need to get everybody to that. These are streaming deals and everything else. That's kind of crazy. So we back to Menards and playing commercials from actual companies right now. So maybe they are getting things together, or maybe they saying we burnt out of these PSAs. People starting to catch on. We'll see. Right now, third quarter, 3 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Pretty sure it's slightly ahead of that also because my green screen gets a little bit slow updates, but nonetheless, Pistons still with a nice lead. And about a third of the way through the third quarter. So we did our breakdown of the NBA playoff. We did our breakdown of the NCAA men's basketball March Madness bracket. We did our Elite Eight predictions. We talked about Juju Watkins and her ACL torn injury. Will have her out of the postseason for the remainder of the year. And her sophomore year, if I'm not mistaken. We also talked about World Athletics doing genetic testing on women athletes, just to make sure that they were born female. That was crazy too. So we talked about all that recently in the episode, so you can go back, watch that. Please leave any comment. I will go back. I will reply. And yeah, show some love, man. Hit that like button. So we just got to sign up again on FanDuel Sports Network that said technical difficulties again. As you can see behind us, the game ain't stopping. Obviously, the game not going to stop because of the broadcast. But it's interesting to see if we're going to get this broadcast again. FanDuel Sports Network, get it together. But Pistons still with a lead, 80-62. Pistons with a lot to play for, man. They fighting for that fifth spot. They currently in the sixth seed, I should say. Trying to possibly get in that fifth seed. That ain't gonna do too much. If you kind of know how the seeding goes. I think I had no, I didn't. I thought I had something else up. But yeah, I mean, with that being said, yeah, Pistons fighting for the 6th or 5th seed. Doesn't really matter. 5th or 6th seed, what the Pistons. It'd either be what the Knicks, the Pacers, or the Bucks, or who the Pistons will be playing essentially. The Knicks, the Pacers, or the Bucks. In a 7-game series, I actually got Detroit beating any and all of them teams on any given series. Milwaukee may be a little bit challenged, but they be streaky. So I ain't tripping on them either. Back to PSAs, public service announcements, ad council commercials. Somebody over there is definitely messing up on the live production tip. Pause. But this is this is what we going on right now as far as sports in the NBA lineup. This is what everything looks like. Now the Lakers, if you can see over here also, am I pointing it the right way? Boom! Right there. Lakers went from being ranked number 2 to number 4 in just a matter of days. Matter of games with LeBron James being out. So that is the scary thing, how you can go from being, number 2 all the way to number 4. And possibly lose your spot there, to be honest with you. Because they're tied with Memphis. Memphis could easily take that number 4 spot. They slip into number 5 and dang near in the play-in tournament all over again. Going for number 2. So that just lets you know how close these games really are in these last couple days of the season. Last couple weeks, I should say, of the season. But we looking forward to a lot of interesting moves and seeing what's going on. So if I can't get this broadcast, if FanDuel Sports Network is not going to give me this broadcast, FanDuel, then we might have to call it a night on the broadcast, on a live stream. They wrapping up the 3rd quarter pretty much. I mean, can I get the 4th quarter? Something. We're going to see. But anyway, hey, man, just let me know who your squad is. Who you got winning this game. Who you got winning a certain series. What series you predicted in the playoffs. All that type of good stuff, man. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat. I am commenting. Let me know your NBA playoffs. There we go. Show some love. Show some love. All right, so they wrapping up the 3rd quarter, getting very, very close to it. And doesn't look like we're going to get broadcast of the game as of right now. And I don't want to just be hanging on like this. So, hey, appreciate you again. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Show all kind of love if you can, man. We appreciate that. Hit the share button. We'll be back again to check in possibly tomorrow. Maybe later on today. We'll see about that. But anyway, tell a friend to tell a friend. Other than that, we up out of here.